Hi guys, welcome to Steph's Crafts. As you can see behind me on my blocks, so I've got 3 so far, and I'm now going to do a little girl in her rain mat. So I'm just drawing around the stencil. This one's quite fitting for England, to be fair. I've literally drawn around her outfit and I'm just going to sew around my line. So how you all been? What are you doing? Are we all ready for the wind that's on its way tomorrow? It's quite windy last night, so we'll see. So I'm literally just sewing around what I've drawn. So, as you can see behind me, we've got a boy and a girl. We've got flowers. And then we've got the little girl with the flower trolley. I'll get that out so you can have a proper look in a minute. Let's just sew around this. So, they do come in various sizes, I've noticed. Like, I've got that one, and then I've got the really big one, which is a little boy and a little girl. So they'd have to be probably on bigger backgrounds, or I might just put them together in the middle and then go round. I've not quite decided yet. Go round and just literally just going around what I've drawn. And then I'll now cut it out. So I'm literally going to roughly cut round it first before I cut round it. So that's what it looks like. I am going to have doggy templates, animals, what else to do with. The animals I'm thinking of maybe using like teddy fleece, or you know, like brushed flannel, so that makes them a bit different. Then now I've cut it out, I'm literally going to pull it apart. If I can grab hold of it. On the side I've drawn, I'm going to snip a hole. That didn't work. Okay. And then just open it up at the back, like so. And you'll see why in a moment. My scissors are not cutting, I don't know what's wrong with them. So then, you just turn it in. And then you use, because I can't find my turny tool, so I'm literally having to use the pen that I'm drawing with as a pokey out as well. So you just push all the corners. I was using a pencil, but the pencil just kept going through the fabric, so I ended up with holes and then having to re-sew. But this is very, very obviously blunt because it's a, I need that to be turned over. Like that. Just going to cut that little bit off because he's being naughty. Okay. And then I'll get my patchwork to the back, which is just a white square, and place where I kind of want her to be. It doesn't matter because I'm only pinning her. So if I need to take her up or down, which I think I might have to take her up because she has no feet, then I can just unpin her. And just make sure all the ends or the insides are tucked in. Like so. Like I say, it doesn't have to be perfect now because you are just pinning just to hold it in place. There you go. There's a little raincoat. And I'm using this stencil today, which is a little girl with her umbrella. So this one, I'll bring the whole board forward because it's closer. Can you see? Little girl with a trolley in a basket, and there's her flowers. A little boy and a little girl. I'm going to need quite a few blocks for the size of the quilt. But as I've got quite a few big ones, because I've got a farmer somewhere, and he's quite big. So that's going to take up quite a lot of space. So then I'm going to get some pink for her wellies, if I can, there we are. This is just felt, which I find easier for the arms and the feet, really. Just because they're tiny and a nightmare. There's the feet, and you literally just cut the feet out. And because they're felt, that you don't need, which is obviously why I'm doing it, you don't need to turn them in. Oh, I did that wrong, didn't I? Because now she's going to be walking backwards. Make sure you draw the feet the right way round, otherwise she's walking backwards. Well, her feet are on backwards, which obviously isn't a very good look. I'm just drawing over them again, cut them out and try again. Again, just go. That's one. That noise you can hear in the background is actually my washing machine. And that's 2, and now she's got her feet, which I'm just going to pin into place. And I will show you what she looks like with just her body and feet. Only thing with felt is it doesn't stay where it's supposed to. It's a slippery. There she is. She's now got feet. Well, boots. Yeah, just normal scissors though. So she's going to have a hat. So sorry, Alex is talking to me. He's also cutting up my bank card, if you can hear what that noise is. Cut it all. Tiny little pieces. Not that I can use it anyway. So now I need her hat. I don't think I've got any I could use that. It's only plain pink. I might just use that. If you wondered what that was flying across the screen, that was my bank card, or a piece of. So again, you just stitch around what you've drawn. Make sure you've got, if it's plain it doesn't matter, but if you're using, like I am, pattern fabric, make sure you've got the right size together and you draw on the back. Now you could draw on the front if you've got heat erasable pen, but just make sure the heat erasable pen is heat erasable if you're going to draw on the front. If you want a fussy cut, but a lot of the fabrics you can see through anyway, so I'm not too worried. Okay. I'm being shot. That was your bare finger, wasn't it? Yeah, well, don't. Right, so then you literally just cut around what you've sewn without cutting into your stitches. Like I nearly just did, because I'm trying to watch what Alex is doing as well as what I'm doing. Okay. All the tiny bits I'm not saving because you can't do nothing with them. And then again, the sides you've drawn on, not that it matters with this kind of fabric. It bends down now. Thanks. Then again, you just snip the back. I can't. Yeah, it has. You cut in all directions, but not for your stitching. Get your pen or your turny tool if you've got one, and I haven't. I don't know where mine is, so there's new ones on their way. I don't know what I've done with them. It's in a safe place, like everything's in a safe place, but can you ever find it when it's in that safe place? No. So just trying to, because this is the, there we go, the hat, so obviously it has got a point to it. If you No, because I say you turn little things inside out. So when you make tubes, you put it over the thing, shove it through and it turns it in. It's like Alex has found a tool he's trying to give me. And it's not the right tool, but thank you. So how did she have her hat? A bit like that. Bye, Alex. There we go. So now she's got her hat. Now we just need oh, I thought I had it out. There it is. My arm felt. She's got little armies. So just find the smallest, they're only tiny arms, so you don't need a lot of felt. And then just do the other one like that. Ooh. And again, just draw it up and cut round your arms. The arms are the fiddlier bits because they are the tiny pieces. So, I mean, you can do all this out of material if you wanted, but I just think the arms, and like on the flower pot one, the flower pots, I don't know if you can see that, are felt, and the stems are, and her feet, wheels and plant pot is. So yeah, might get another arm out of that. So now we've got to pin the arm on. Like that. Got to try and get my little pins. The pin's bigger than our arms. There we go. So there's her arms, which are really cute. And now we've got the umbrella to make, but because it's that way you need to do the umbrella backwards. So I don't know what material to do the umbrella out of. Probably could do a nice spotty yellow one. Okay, so this is literally just for the umbrella. Obviously it oh, what was I saying? This has got lots of points on because it's an umbrella. So I'm going to start there. Find my foot. On material, especially light material like this is, it's easy to follow your line. So, anyone watching the sewing bee? And who do you think is going to win? I think... I still haven't watched this week's one. I think Gainer is obviously going to go this week. I do think Kit's potential to win this. I think it's going to be close between him and Orla, but I do think Kit will win. British Bake Off, I've only watched the first one, so I've got this week's one to watch. It's only week 2, so I'm not, I don't know. That's going to be a couple of weeks job, I think, to watch them. I'm glad Noel's in it, because he's obviously not been very well, so I'm glad he's back. But yeah, the Sewing Bee, if you haven't watched it, it is on iPlayer, and you can watch all the series right back to series 1 even. Yeah, that's what I said, didn't I? So yeah, point isn't pointy. Watch is going to come out the other end now. There we go. You're going to hear a knocking in a minute, and that's going to be my washing machine getting ready to spin. It knocks. Why has that not come out properly? There we go. Right, so we'll just place that where you want it. And there you go. That's her top of her umbrella. And then you've now got to do what's she got? Orange. So I'm just going to use, oh, you can't really see it on that, like a grey felt for the arm and the handle. So I'm going to use that as the same bit of felt, really. Rather than cutting 2 bits. Again, you don't have to use felt, but obviously you'll see why. Trying to turn this handle for the umbrella would be quite tricky. It looks like a golf stick, and I've done it back to front again. Let's try it again. I might make it a bit wider. So, but obviously you can improvise. That's the, oh, nearly cut it out completely then. It's the whole point, really. You don't have to cut dead on the lines like I'm not. And I'm going to make my stem wider. There we go. A little bit away. A little bit away. So if I put that in now, then pin that, this is where you'll go, oh actually, like now she needs to move because she's not actually holding the umbrella, which is always handy. So if you just do it by arm and then by body, everything else will follow. Oh, thanks, mate. Alex has just given me my runaway quick stick. There we go. Then you move her head. That. And then you have to move everything else because she just had her arm left way behind and her feet are now not one right with her body. Got to put her arm back. She needs two arms. So then you just move her legs over. Come on, legs. Here we go. Okay. And she's holding her umbrella. So obviously you can add raindrops, which could be felt as well, I think. Again, you don't have, I mean, they're quite dinky. You don't have to have them that small. But then you can just improvise. I mean, these drops are going to be, I don't know, probably not that big. And just literally cut them out. And then I'm literally just going to cut roughly. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, it's a raindrop. Anybody actually seen a raindrop? No. As long as they look like raindrops. Or blobs. Which is what this one's going to look like. And that's definitely not a raindrop, but they're different shapes, but I'm not worried. I'm not. Like I said, at the end of the day, they're raindrops. But I will hand sew. You can't really sew these. Wait for it, your hair's knocking in a minute. Okay. So now you've got her where you want her, we can literally sew the raindrops into place. And I'm literally just gonna sew. On the ends. I don't think that's stuck. Just go in there and up through there. Oh, now I've got it caught my umbrella. And then just go back. I'm going back through the middle. A nightmare. There you go, that's one. And then you can do the next one. Like so. I mean, if you wanted to hand sew it all on, then yeah, you could cut the pieces out and hand sew them on, definitely. If that's what you wanted to do. You don't have to have a sewing machine to sew. And then just through there and go down through the point. I've got 5 drops. Again, you can have as many or as little as you want. This has got caught on there. Like that. And then get another raindrop. Obviously I don't want them too close to the edge because I am putting borders on each square. So I'm basically going to frame each one and then stitch them together so they're not being stitched like this. So obviously I can't have too much to the side or to the top. So that's why I'm cutting that off. Although I think one of my people, the boy, his hand's quite close, but I might be able to get away with it. So it all goes on the sewing, really. I've got 2 more stitches on this and 2 more drops. I don't know where I'm going to put them drops. I might do them above her head. Like that. hoping I've got enough thread to do this one. Because this is a quilt, you can get away with using, I didn't even go through it, the felt, because it won't be washed and ironed a lot. Well, unless you use it a lot, but you know. I'm gonna run out of thread. That's my washing machine telling me I'm finished. So it can wait for 1 sec. I'm just going to tie that together at the end. I'm going to try. I've got fat fingers. There we go. I think 4 will be alright. I don't think I need 5. So there you go. There she is. I won't sit here and, unless, would you like me to? I can't even ask that, can I? Because it's not live. Shall we sit here and do it quickly? So we're just going to sew a foot.
Large, 3 small. Got facilities.
Just up the back of her leg. Okay.
No, meaning, oh, they still have their bird.
Oh, that didn't say. I think my bobbin thread has just run out right at the last minute. Where's the thread? Try not to drop your cotton. Yeah, I have. Start it off, stick it on the top and hope that this goes the right way. It would have been a bit quicker if you haven't got what to do with this. Paraphorophilus, Brachiosaurus, favourite dinosaur. Finish off her leg because we run out on her leg. Can't find my foot. There we go. probably can't hear you, mate.
Harry?
Don't keep bugging him, though. Did I stick? No, I didn't. Stitch there. So this is where.
No, you said no part why. Okay, so I can literally just stay with it if you want that. Okay, the road forest.
And then we just stitch along the bottom of a dress. Now I need a needle now. Just to not stab myself would be a good idea. Hold that. Not like that.
You want more?
Not for a minute, mate. No, thank you.
It's just because I was going to do what's wrong with it.
Okay.
First drink of the day at 22.
Yeah, but you didn't get up till nearly 12.
Yeah, that's a whole other reason behind all of that. I was up before 11. You stay put.
So just quickly do a hand that is on the umbrella. Now I'm going to stitch her hat on, and then I will go over her other arm. Okay. Let's go around her hat. And I've got to do my other arm, the umbrella. That is another one done. And her arm. I forgot about her arm. There you go. Cut off your loose threads, or you can leave them and then do them later, but I just don't like loose threads. So now I've got the stem of her umbrella to do. That will then go up into its umbrella and down. There we go. I didn't like that bit, which is fine. And then could you imagine trying to machine sew the raindrops? And I could, because I can do the arms, but there you go. And clip it. There you go. Another block's made, and that's my little girl in the rain. So thanks for joining me today. I will be posting pictures on Facebook, YouTube and Instagram of as I'm going along and I'm doing these. So yeah, thanks for joining me today, guys. Bye.